All right, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. I don't really know how to intro. I don't really. Do I have to do an intro? All right, let's go. Okay, episode 2 of the day ones with World 2. Matthew, how you doing today?
I'm doing awesome.
We were
How you doing, brother?
We were talking about how to start this, so that's what we're going with.
Well, that was really embarrassing. You kind of just caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the best way to do it, though. You just jump to it. You know what I mean?
It's dead silent. What's going on, guys?
Exactly.
Flame study.
Dude. You drop a Mike's intro.
Yeah.
Can you do his outro?
Shout out to Mike. Peace.
There you go. JVP, you can save that for the
That wasn't LOL.
Dude, we got a lot of love for the first episode, man. So much love that we decided to record a second one.
Let's go. Appreciate it.
So we got a couple topics to talk about. Obviously, these things are kind of meant to be more free flowing, I guess, and just like a natural conversation. I don't want to make it too formal. You feel the same about it, right?
Yeah, just trying to make like an interview.
Okay. Yeah.
Make like an actual, just conversation. Talk about what the people want to hear.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah, and I think it's cool to talk about like what is happening at the time. So obviously we're recording this October 30th. Dude, we got the new Call of Duty coming out, so I have something I want to talk about right away. The new Call of Duty releases November, right? Call of Duty has had an alpha and 2 betas. I think 2 betas.
Yeah.
Halo was meant to have a beta. Like they basically so the way the timeline worked for Halo was a beta was confirmed that it was 100% going to happen. When they did the July reveal, I don't know why I was about to say back in July, but that kind of summed itself up. Because obviously the game was potentially getting delayed. We didn't know it, but basically they said we're not going to probably have a beta because our development isn't far enough along. Then when the game got delayed, people kind of like understood why that was. How crucial to this whole thing you think a beta would be for Halo?
I think it's pretty crucial because like, I don't know. I feel like the beta is just, well, especially with the lack of information we have on the multiplayer, I feel like a beta, we need something. Like we've had no information on anything besides like we saw like a minute of campaign or whatever and like saw some guns, but it's like
8 minutes.
If you're not going to show us anything, it was 8 minutes, dude. It felt like it was 30 seconds. Jesus. Like, I feel like we need some type, just, if you're not going to show us any multiplayer, because it looks like I don't think we're going to get anything. I don't know. I don't know when they're deciding to release something. It's almost the release date of what it should have been, Infinite. We don't have any videos of just like one game, like show me a game mode or something. So it's like,
yeah,
I feel like I should be getting hit with the beta at some time. It's always like, it brings so much hype too, because I mean there hasn't been, like especially it's being on PC and all that, like so many people want to play this new Halo. And it's like, I feel like it's just an opportunity to, dude, you could do like the Valorant where you get like
the drops. I'm
telling you, drops is the wave.
Yeah,
it is the wave.
No, it's really interesting you say that too, because so apparently there is a rumor going around. It's a very very big rumor. I don't know how true it actually is going to be, but apparently there might be another like gameplay reveal in November. So that's interesting. Dude, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I mean, I think even if there is another gameplay reveal,
there should be.
It's still, dude, it's just mind-blowing with Call of Duty. They had an alpha, a PS4 alpha, let alone the multiplayer reveal where they allowed content creators and streamers to play it early. Yeah, before we keep going in on this beta thing, do you think it's a bad thing that like content creators get to do this like multiplayer reveal? Because I view it like I've been a competitor a very long time, right? I don't view it, if the game has a long enough span until it's coming out and there's going to be a public beta in the alpha, I don't mind content creators and pro players getting the game early, for that closed section for a multiplayer reveal, right? Yeah. Because I just view it as it's promotion. It's a promotional thing, and the game is going to change no matter what. But funny enough, I've actually received a lot of feedback of people saying that they don't want there to be that kind of like alpha or multiplayer reveal with content creators because they don't want someone to have the game before them. So I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. Like, so what do you think? Like,
I don't know. Like,
competitive. I mean,
I kind of get it. I've actually never thought about that because I've always just kind of like, I don't know. We never get it for Halo, do we?
No.
So it's not like I ever see it because Halo comes out every like 5 years.
Yeah.
But for Call of Duty, like, I don't know. Now that I think about it, I mean, I could see where people are coming from, but I feel like you do get it early, and I don't know. I could see both sides, but I feel like there's like 2 betas and an alpha, so I feel like you're not like is someone playing for 2 days like 3 or 4 months before the game actually comes out like really that big of a deal? But like, I mean, I can get where people can come from where they think it's like, you know.
Yeah, I think it's I just view it as a promotional tool. I get the thought process behind it and like where that feeling comes from of being like, that sucks, they have it and I don't. You know what I mean? But I view it as a promotional thing. And then if you're gonna have open betas, I don't see the big deal.
Yeah, I just feel like I would 100% be against it if it was like there was no beta and like Scump and them are playing it, and then the game just comes out and it's like, well, why are they getting to play the game early? The problem that might bother me is like Scump's a pro player and a content creator, and it's like he's literally competing. Yeah. So it's like let's say TP has it, it's like, do you really care if TP has it? He's not competing. Yeah. But like, so maybe you need to make a rule where it's like, if you play in this, like you actually can't like compete for like a certain amount of time or something funny like that. Yeah. But I don't think it's a big deal when there's literally alpha, beta, like guns change. Yeah, I don't think like I don't know.
Yeah,
it's not
and you know,
really like you're playing pubs.
You
like,
might not remember this too, but Halo did something very wrong for Halo 5. You remember Halo 5 was given early to content creators and some pro players. You remember this?
Yeah, isn't that when we had to beg for it?
Yeah, so this is where I think the issue actually lies with people getting the game early is when the game is like borderline coming out. Like 2 weeks before Halo 5 was like technically released to the public, or I think it might have been a week.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Do you know how long it was?
Yeah, because the game came out in October. Yeah. And we got it like I would say like 5 days. It wasn't like
it wasn't
a
super
week,
long.
but it was around like a week-ish, like 5 to like 7 days.
Dude.
So it was like a decent amount of like, I mean, decent amount of
our
time.
whole team, a little bit of backstory for this issue that arise. You know, it's cool. We can kind of like share our experiences. So our whole team through a whole year of H2A, we won an event and then we were second placers through the whole thing, right? Matt, people were getting Halo 5 early, 5 days before, with content creators. I know Summit was on there. I think there was a huge list of people.
Dr. Disrespect.
We were one of the people who, like, one of the pro players who were not getting the game. And they gave it to, like, teams that got, like, 5th. You remember how mad we were about it?
Well, they gave it to Tom Ogre 2.
Yeah, that was the other issue.
And they didn't give it to our whole team. Yeah. So how was Ogre 2 like? I mean, we get it, like it's Ogre 2, but like, bro, we're on the same team. Like, how is? But
then they gave it to all of C9.
Like, yeah, and it's like, I don't know. It was just really weird. And it's like, why are they getting the game? Like, how am I not qualified to get the game when we're getting like, first, second place? Like, what? It was like really weird.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the issue. Is like
I kind of just disagree with the you should not be getting the game early, like right when the game comes out. I don't know what kind of idea.
And that's the reason why I brought that point up specifically, was because I don't have an issue with like a multiplayer reveal and people getting the game early. I have an issue with people getting the game early 5 days before the release, and then especially being like fellow competitors, because then when you jump on the game, I mean, you're gonna get thrashed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's just like,
beta. I mean, the multiplayer reveal thing, kind of jumping back to it. I mean, you think it's cool, right? No issue with it.
Sorry, well,
like you think it's like as long as there's an open beta, like you're cool with the whole multiplayer reveal thing. I want to get your opinion because I've gotten that feedback quite a bit. So.
Like on pros getting it early, or just having a beta in general?
I think it's more like a generalization. Like the public gets annoyed at players and content creators getting the game early. I view it.
I don't think there's.
Yeah, I view it as a promotional thing. I think it's a big issue if you do it super close to release. But with what Call of Duty did, I like the way Call of Duty did it. So,
Yeah, I don't. That's what I was saying. If yeah, if you get it like early and you get it for like what, like 2 days, and then there's like multiple times you can play the game, so it's like,
yeah.
I mean, you're not like, and like you're not getting some crazy advantage. Everyone like, okay, you get 2 days. The game's not coming out for another month, so it's like, it's not like the Halo 5 scenario where, you know, like you said,
Yeah.
we get the game 5 days early. The full game, by the way, like nothing's changing because this is the actual game. Like we got the full copy game early, and we're competing, so it's like. I mean, I don't think it made like that big of a difference or anything, but like still 5 days in the beginning of a game while tournaments are coming up. I mean, it does like it can affect stuff. Like we had a tournament super fast, like for cups and stuff. So I mean, actually, it did. It does play a big part. I'm not gonna lie.
It definitely plays a part because I mean, you
I would say
remember
it doesn't,
you
but
know,
it definitely does.
Yeah, I mean,
But
you remember
Randa,
like how good Randa was at the start.
I will forever remember that. This guy Randa, I'm telling you, was the best player in H5. This guy knew every scatter spawn. He went to custom game, knew the times, knew where it spawned. I'm literally playing, just having fun, and Randa's literally scatter shotting me with unlimited ammo because it used to have like 20 bullets. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, I don't know where it spawns. Like, it was actually insane how, like, if you play for a couple more days, like, how ahead you actually are.
It's a grind. Like, at the start of it, it's like a race. You know, the race that they do on Call of Duty, like the Prestige? Yeah. That's what it's like for competitors. It's like, who can learn everything as fast as possible? Yeah. And if you miss, like, a whole day. Like, I remember, like, Cloud, like, when we initially had him on the team, he didn't get on for, like, a whole day. And we, like, played matchmaking the next day with him. And, bro, we were getting smoked.
Just getting thrashed. It's like, dude, because there's actually, the H5 was so different with like sprint. Like, dude, there's never been a game with like thrust and like there's just so much mechanics in H5 that like, yeah, like if you didn't play for a couple of days, you're kind of like, you might miss like the, you know, like spots to clamber, and you're like, you actually just become like worse.
Yeah, 100%.
Actually, like kind of crazy.
You definitely are worse without playing. So for Infinite, like how crucial of a thing for Infinite do you think a beta would kind of be? I mean, I just feel like with the lack of what we've seen, I think there's got to be a beta. I really do.
Dude,
because
I feel like there's just been nothing.
Yeah.
Like if you're not gonna give me like loads of like, you know, gameplay and like show me stuff or like just any, like you're gonna have to give us a beta or something, because you can't just, you're telling me you're just gonna drop the game with nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, surely they're gonna show something, because like, I mean, there's no way they don't show some gameplay, but I think every game, just like look at Valorant, look at, I don't know, like any game that comes out, there's always a beta, there's always something like a pre-release.
Yeah.
And I feel like we need something like that.
I have two trains of thought when it comes to the beta. Okay, and hear me out on it. I think in one train of thought, we need a beta. I'm like, we are starved for content, and not only that, your game got delayed development wise. Like, put out the beta, put it out hopefully soon. You could release another one down the line. Let people play the game and let people give you feedback. So when you launch the game, it's amazing, right? So that's my first train of thought. My second train of thought is a little bit of a scarier one. I think, or maybe it's more of like a question for you, like, because they haven't confirmed that there's going to be a beta. I think that like the general thought is like, we hope we can do a beta. You know what I mean? So what I'm worried about is, do you think there's any kind of concern of like releasing a beta and people not liking the beta, and that's going to kill like the want for the game before it even comes out? What do you think?
I don't know, because that's actually a good question. I don't know, because I feel like it's either, do you want to have the beta come out and everyone roast it then, or would you rather have the game come out and then it just be bad right away and then it's just screwed? I feel like if you have like a bad beta, you know, there's always hope that like you can fix it, but I feel like if you release a game and you're just like, and you get on and you're like, this is the game.
Release an alpha, release an alpha and beta like 4 times, and just keep, you know what I mean? Like just keep saying it's in the works.
Because at least with the beta, you could be like, they could lie. Because usually, I mean, sometimes with even COD betas, like, do they really change much? Like, let's be real. I feel like they don't change anything besides like some guns, but like they're not changing the maps. No. So like when you see a COD beta, like that's what you're gonna get. Like the maps aren't changing. The guns are pretty much the only, and like perks and that, but like other than that, it's mostly the same. I would say.
Well, yeah,
But
I think a beta allows for it just allows for the availability of something can be broken, a glitch can happen,
yeah,
and it's not the end of the world. I feel like if you don't have that and you don't have that time period, if your game comes out and stuff like that is found, I mean, you and I both know players leave quick, you know?
yeah, that's why no, they need something because clearly the release hasn't been smooth. So I feel like you need a beta for this.
Yeah.
Because like it clearly hasn't been smooth.
Yeah.
And you're telling me you're gonna release something without if you don't have a beta, and what if it doesn't go smooth? Like what if you have the MCC thing all over again?
Yeah. That
you really want that. Like that is just asking to kill your game.
Yeah.
Like,
That was what was the issue with the launch of Halo 5? Do you remember? Like people like cuz
I think it was 5, wasn't it?
MCC launch was just butchered. Like nothing worked. You couldn't get on the game. So like obviously that's a big concern as is.
No ranks.
No ranks. Wait, did they not have ranks in MCC?
I'm pretty I for some reason just remember that. I swear they did not have ranks right off the bat. I remember they're like, we're gonna be implementing ranks. So like when the game started, there was no ranks.
Yeah, I don't think that.
So we literally played H2A and it was just playing social for like the first like month. I swear.
I think
there was no ranks.
think you're right because I remember APG
like,
going for the first 50, right?
Yeah, but it was like late. But it was like
late.
The ranks weren't out right away.
I thought H5 had like some weird.
I think H5 was pretty good. I don't remember anything happening.
Yeah, maybe it was like
we got it early and we all played and it was good.
You know what I think it was though that people didn't like about the launch of H5? I think there was like a lack of playlists. Like I think it was I think that was the only complaint that I remember is like there was a very short amount. I could be wrong. People in the comments, you can kind of let us know like if you had an issue. I want to say that's what it was though. I think it was like there was like a very big lack of like fundamental playlists that you would expect out of Halo. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they probably kind of like Team Arena, Slayer, and like
maybe I
don't know what else they'd have.
Yeah, maybe they didn't have like FFA, like just like stuff like that. Like I don't know. Okay.
Did they have ranks in Halo 5 right away?
They for sure did. Because I remember all of us were champion fiends.
Yeah, okay,
you know.
Okay.
It was all about who is champ 1, and you know, like 100%.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Remember how hard it was to get champ, or do you not remember?
I don't remember.
The start
I feel like it
was difficult.
Is it because everyone was like...
Yeah, because there's so many people playing.
Well, and like I think they kind of made it easier to get champ now.
Yeah.
I think like now because of the less population, you have to like make it.
Yeah,
I guess starting from the bottom because we literally were playing started from plat. We had to go all the way to like diamond playing. We were literally playing pro players in diamond. It was it's kind of fun though.
I love the start. I love the start of new games. Is my absolute favorite.
I love just learning new stuff.
Oh, you don't like now when you just have played every game for 5 years,
yeah,
5 years plus.
Playing H5,
H3 for the 13th year.
Man. A lot of stuff to learn. Really fun. Everyone's the best. Yippee.
How soon into like we obviously don't know when the game is going to come out, and you know people will call us out and act like we do, whatever. We truly don't. We have no idea. We're like everyone else. How like you've played a lot of I think you're a good person for me to ask this because you play a lot of games. Like Matt has played every PC game, every FPS game that I could think of, competitive, like, you know, to some competitive form, right? How soon do you think they need to release a beta? Like, let's say that there's going to be like let's say my hope for Infinite is that we'll get a spring release somewhere between March and June. That's my hope. I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. When do you think a beta would need to come out on that timeline? Where would you want it to see, or where would you want it to be?
I guess it all depends, like when the game comes out, because you want to time it so like you don't have a beta and then like nothing for 6 months. I feel like, but I feel like it's got to be some like clearly it's gonna be in the new year. I don't think they're gonna release something like November or like December because you know it's kind of like holiday, and I don't think I don't know. No one's gonna do that. I think.
Why not though?
I don't know. I guess you could.
I just
don't. I feel like it wouldn't happen this early.
Yeah.
I just feel like they're not ready. Like if they're saying the game was supposed to come out in November, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, now it's not. But like, I don't think they're gonna release something now because if they're saying 2021, like, and I don't think the game's gonna come out in January. So if they like time the beta right, I feel like it won't come out till like I don't know, maybe like February or something.
I really wish we would get a beta. Like, okay,
I don't know,
so
I can't even-
RH5 stuff, I think ends in December.
Yeah,
Right.
That's what I'm
This
trying to
is
say,
this
like,
is
I feel
a
like
this
they
is
would
a
release, like-
conspiracy theory. Okay. RH5 stuff ends in I think December. You looked at the dates, right? Wasn't it December?
It's like December the 12th.
Okay. I would love a Halo Infinite beta or alpha or whatever it's got to be called, right? Either the end of December, the start of a new year, and then you can put out another one like a month before, like same way Call of Duty did. A month before you release one then,
Yeah.
and then let's say like a month before the game, you do another one. And let's be real, the one a month before the game is probably close to what the game is going to be, right?
That's what I'm saying. Usually the ones that are closer are, yeah, that's pretty much what the game will probably be like.
That is like the perfect timeline to me because we're in such a bad spot. I feel like of just after that December event of H5, which I mean, like it's not like H5 is gonna grow our game or do anything much for us, you know. I think that would be great though.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like I was thinking, like when H5's over. See, this makes sense in my head, but I don't know if it makes sense to them or if they're like ready to do it. Because in my head, let's say the game was supposed to come out in November, or not November. Sorry, like let's say it's supposed to come out like sometime in the new year,
yeah,
like near December, and this game's not messed up. I feel like it'd be a perfect time because they're purposely doing. They're like, all right, let's put H5 in December. You know, H5's done.
Yeah.
You know, keep the people going. Then the beta comes out. Like that makes sense in your head, right? Like you had all this stuff going. H5 stops. Now what are we gonna play? All right, beta time. Like that.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. But like, for them, it's like, are they actually ready to do a beta, or are they just kind of like?
I know that this
makes sense.
Yeah,
but...
so it does make the timeline of it obviously makes sense. I know that like transparency is a really hard thing for AAA titles specifically. I mean, how important do you think it kind of is? Because I feel like it's really important. I feel like
it's pretty important.
I feel like
343 actually, like, for some reason, like I don't know, their communications, like, I mean, it's been kind of bad with pro players, but the fact that they actually like at least like do it somehow is like, I mean, at least respect to that, I guess, because I mean, look at CS. Like a lot of CS players are literally from NA are moving to Valorant because CS doesn't, like, Valve doesn't talk to they don't say anything. You're literally in the dark for everything. So it's like, I mean, at least they actually like talk to you and, you know, like kind of try to keep you up to date. It might not be the best communication right now. Hopefully it gets better going forward, but like at least they're like open. And if you know, you can actually get a response to somebody that like
they're open, and I like I think that how 343 is with pro players and stuff. I think that that's why we have a really possible path to success, because there is that line of communication that, let's say, like CS doesn't have, and you don't need the line of communication to succeed as an esport, but it probably will be easier, right?
Yeah, definitely. Helps.
But do you feel like with Infinite that open communication has just kind of not been a thing? Because I mean, we don't, you know, game gets delayed, kind of blindsided. Game gets delayed. We now don't know if there's going to be a beta. We don't know the release date. Like, you know, at what point do they have to start releasing this information? Because let's be real, not just for pro players' sake, like just for the game's sake and the people who want to play the game and content creators. Like, there's a lot of big content creators that are waiting on this game. Like, Summit wants to see the game succeed. I know Dr. Disrespect loves Halo. Nick Merckx is jumping on MCC. But just the lack of info that goes out with it, like, is it kind of just shooting yourself in the foot? And I don't know, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's because I feel like every time you want to ask something, it's just like they're kind of like, we can't, you know, you just have to wait. Like,
yeah,
it's like I don't know. There's just nothing you can ask them to.
I mean, how is Valorant, or like with this kind of stuff?
Like,
do you remember?
Communication-wise?
Yeah, like, you know, like, hey, we're putting out a beta and there's drops and stuff like that. Was
Valorant's
it random?
Communication's like, well, Riot's like really good at communicating, because I don't know if you just saw, like, on Twitter, they were releasing what's it called? I think Clayster like retweeted it, so I saw it. But Valorant was releasing a new patch or something with like a new champion, and like I think it's gonna be like the new season, and they're having tournaments right now. So like if they implement it in the game, like you can't
play.
the new tournament's gonna be on that. There's literally a tournament that's on the old patch. So like stuff will be nerfed, and like that's not, you can't have that, right? So they literally tweeted, they're like, you know what? We made a mistake. Like they actually like made like, you know, like we kind of like went ahead, and I think we're gonna actually revert the patch and like fix some things and wait till like the tournament's actually over. Yeah. And then like Clayster retweeted and was like, wow. He's like, look at that. He's because you know how Call of Duty did that, right? Like obviously for champs and stuff, they just nerf guns and they're like, hello, like we have champs in like literally 2 weeks and they're nerfing guns. Like
these guys were going to champs swearing that their MP5 looked different.
Like
oh my god.
But yeah, even for Valorant, like I feel like their communication is pretty good. Even for like the beta and stuff, they listen to like they nerf stuff even during the beta. See, the problem is Valorant, like I don't know. The problem is Valorant doesn't have a beta. It was like a pre-release like. That's the problem. That's what people do nowadays. They release like with COD, like those are betas. With Valorant, like they hit you with the it's even like Fortnite, or they pretend like it's a pre-release. They're like, oh, it's an alpha. They're like, haha, just kidding, it's an actual game. Like, you know how they kind of they pretend it's a beta just to cover themselves. Like if shit goes sideways, they just say it's a beta.
Was technically beta. Like,
dude, it was a pre-release. It was an alpha. I remember I played it when it first came out, and they said this game's an alpha,
and it stayed that way.
But then and then I think they eventually were like, oh, it's the full game, and it's like, but it was the full game the whole time. So they kind of like, that's what Valorant did, is where they released the pre-release. But technically, I mean, it was the actual game. And then, like, remember we were playing it. Like, you played Valorant, we played. And then eventually, like, was it like what 2 or 3 months ago? They were like, "Oh, this is the full game." And it's like, well, what changed?
Nothing changed.
Like nothing. Like skins and like the game's completely the same still. So it's like, I don't know if I can compare the two, but that's how Valorant did it. They kind of like sneaked in a little lie. They're like, it's
That's true.
But
the last thing, I think the last thing, we've kind of like said our piece on betas and why we think they're important. The last thing I kind of want to say about it, and this is just in case 343 happens to listen to this, and you know, I'm sure other people can relate. I just think with how hyped up the new engine has been, and that's obviously already a case as to why you need a beta, is to test your new engine. But you know, they're hyping up so much about being able to change stuff and how easy it is compared to like let's say like H5 style, right? Like you and I obviously have had plenty of talks with developers of how difficult it was to navigate anything, any patch, right? I think that like because of COVID and the delay of game, like, you know, obviously like Tashi put out that they were working on a 1-year roadmap, right? So like because of that obviously got pushed with the game, I feel like it's even more important to have a beta, because I feel like, and I could be very wrong on this, I don't know, but I feel like we probably are not going to have that long of a break between release to first event, or like first, like let's say event or qualifier, you know, however they label these on whatever's online, you know. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why we actually need a beta, is because if something is broken off launch, like if you're talking about people's livelihoods and competition, that needs to be sorted really quickly.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
Fair point.
Yeah, that's fair. I forgot that's true. And also like you don't know if there's going to be tournaments. Like it might be online stuff. You never know, because you know how COVID, like it's also sucks for them, because it's literally like it's like a month-to-month basis. Like you don't know like cases and how everything's going. You don't know what's going to be like in 6 months. Because like right now, still the same. It's no tournaments. Could happen. Even if the game came out in November, like we weren't going anywhere anyways.
When was the last live event? I can't even remember.
February. Yeah, Feb.
Oh, I went to. Oh, you're talking about for Halo.
Yeah.
What about in general?
Are you talking about for like?
Yeah, because the last I think I went to Call of Duty.
Probably CS event.
I went to Call of Duty in March. There was a CS.
No,
there was a CS event that held no fans. You know what I'm talking about?
Was there?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah, this was at like the start, like the early March or like late March, I guess.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Like,
it was with
Katowice or something.
It was like Navi or something. Yeah, I remember like they went to a tournament and there's like no fans. I know what you're talking about. I think Navi won that one actually.
It's crazy. That's the last LAN, like the last actual LAN event.
I think that was the last one.
That's actually kind of wild.
It was like in the March before everything went sideways.
Well, hopefully 343 will hear this and understand, and I don't know, listen. as to why we need it. I guess I don't know. We just kind of want it. We're gonna keep saying it. We just want it to rant about stuff. I guess a beta would be pretty crucial. So I mean, it definitely feels good to talk about it, and just like I feel like we can talk with reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think we have a right reason.
Okay, that took up about 30 minutes, so we're kind of chilling. Next topic, which might end up being the last topic we talk about because the beta took up a very large portion, but free to play, jumping into Halo. I don't know, man. Never been done before. I see a lot of mixed feelings about it.
Really?
Yeah, dude. You know, it's weird, man. I'm on a.
Explain.
You know what? I gotta,
mixed.
dude. I gotta tell you, I see some stuff on Twitter that I just don't agree with. And I don't want to be harsh when I say that because to each their own on like how you view the game and what you want and all this stuff. But there are a lot of people, a lot of Halo. I'll say a lot of people that I think are Halo fans and have been fans for a long time.
Those are usually the ones that hit deep, honestly.
That they are kind of annoyed at free to play because they don't want the microtransactions that come with it. For me, I want Halo to grow, and whether you view that as selfishly or not, because I'm a professional player. Sorry, I just slapped my mic. I'm a professional player, so obviously that could be kind of on the selfish side, I guess. But I think free to play is the way to go, and I don't think there's much of an argument to that of if you want your population. I mean, right?
You're getting a free game. I feel like that's like I get the microtransactions, but like the fact that a game is free to play. Like, do you know how many people are gonna play Halo that have never played Halo? They're just gonna play it because it's free. Like, dude, how many games would you play like so many games like Valorant if it wasn't free?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you probably play Valorant, but like, there's so many games. Like, I don't know. Apex is free, right?
Yeah, Apex is free.
Like, there's just like a bunch of BR games or just anything in general. It's like the free to play, like Fortnite. Like, you're telling me, like,
just the way to,
I don't think I would have never played Fortnite when I literally played the day it came out. I would have been
you
like,
you would have watched someone
like,
build
why
it.
am I playing
like,
this game? What am I gonna build a fort? Like, what am I, 5 years old? You're damn right, I'm 5 years old. I literally got on that game and I was grinding it, but I would never bought that game because like, why?
Yeah.
But it's like the free to play is actually. It just gets so many people that you're like I'm just let me just try this game. Like, there's nothing hurts you to just play a game that's free to play. Like, it's the best thing that could happen. I feel like
I'm gonna Google search this real quick because the one thing, how much does CS cost?
It's free. It used to be like $15.
It used to be $15. Now it's free.
Yeah, it used to be $15, I think, 50 or $20, and then just the last year they made it free, just like Rocket League.
I mean,
it's kind of like the wave now. You see everyone's doing it. Like, it's kind of like
you just kind of like can't even argue against it. I feel like. I mean, how do you feel about people being upset about like microtransactions? Because I guess like that's more of where the argument comes from. The other argument is cheaters as well. But for me, the cheaters argument is like you just need a good anti-cheat. Like you can't have a game's capability be limited because of like what you're so scared of. You know?
I don't know how free to play would like make cheaters like. Because I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna buy Valorant and cheat, like people are gonna. I mean, I guess you can make another account. Is that like? But
because
I thought you got like hardware banned, so I don't know how the ban works.
I don't know if you do.
Because I know Warzone's the worst, but like I feel like I thought in Valorant when you get banned, like your hardware, like you get like PC ban where like you actually can't like play the game on your PC. Which I mean, there's like a get around, but I don't know. I feel like if people want to cheat, they'll just cheat. Like I don't know if free to play like that just comes on your anti-cheat. And also like we're gonna be moving on PC, so like dude, I mean, dude, that's actually another topic, but yeah, hopefully
it's like they all go together.
No one's cheating on Xbox.
Yeah, well, it's PC.
Like, if this is
PC,
free on Xbox, like, you can't cheat. No, like cheat on Xbox is like I don't even know.
The concern is
PC
5, plus free to play.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's possible. I mean, it probably is going to be. Holy shit! It's kind of hitting me now. It actually might be a thing, literally.
But
because I mean,
like.
But I don't think that should be like a reason why you don't do free to play. Like I don't think you just like go. There's gonna be people cheating. It's like, dude, there's gonna be people cheating regardless.
Yeah. Well, I
Like,
think, and that's kind of like what
I don't think that should hurt everybody.
that's kind of what I said. That's kind of like the point that I made is like, look, it's obviously going to be an issue. I think it's going to be an issue. It's going to be an issue no matter what. And honestly, with it being Halo's first PC game, like true PC game, not like, oh, we ported H2 and H3 over, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be a poppin' new game. You're going to have loads of content creators on it. It's going to be an issue, but it comes down to your anti-cheat, and it comes down to, I guess, just figuring out the best case scenario. The more people on the game, the better. You want to limit the cheaters, but when your game is popping, or if it's popping, it's going to be a problem. And I think it's up to, I don't think it's up to I think it's up to the developer to figure out a solution rather than limit the capabilities of the game. Right?
Yeah.
Like imagine Warzone getting taken off PC because of how bad the cheaters were. The issue isn't Warzone being free. The issue is like they just haven't figured out how to stop the anti-cheat.
I think they have enough money to, like, I don't think like them making the game $60 isn't going to make them magically get an anti-cheat. As you've seen, I think Call of Duty has enough money, or Activision, or everything.
I'm gonna Google search this again. Activision, revenue, microtransactions.
60 billion. I just guessed. It's a lot of money, actually.
Dude, every time I try typing, I can't even type because every time I try typing, I hit a hotkey accidentally. Dude, I don't know. I was gonna say, look it up for me, bro. I swear it was like 500 million. Or something like that. Like they recently tweeted out across all Activision games was like 500 million in like a 3-month span or something like that. I could be wrong.
I don't know if this is their total, but it says 6.4 billion for Activision.
Okay, so that's that's their total. Does it say a time period or no?
It says Activision Blizzard reports 1.95 billion in revenue for Q3 2020.
Okay.
Needs to hire 2,000 people.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know.
So
they're making, bro. Activision like, I don't think they're poor.
So what you're saying is enough for an anti-cheat.
Yeah, they're not some small company like.
Yeah. And Microsoft hopefully will be in that same situation.
Yeah, but the problem is,
is it not possible?
Well, dude, I heard Halo's using the easy. Isn't that what like Reach and them had, the easy anti-cheat? Is which Apex had, and that had some cheat. I don't know. Hopefully they can figure it out. But
Apex had really bad anti-cheat.
Yeah, they did.
So is that a concern?
That's why. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because they're using the same one that Apex uses, which I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to get a good anti-cheat right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's not even like people are being like stingy with money or something. Just in general, like, it's actually really hard to get a good anti-cheat. Like
technology.
Valorant, like, is literally, when I tell you Valorant can literally see my webcam right now and probably is watching this video before it releases, they're literally watching it.
Like, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
To get a good anti-cheat, you have to get really like into your computer.
Yeah.
So
oh yeah, I forgot about that. With
like, you know how ESEA is? These guys literally, like, you have to have a program running. It's so that's the problem. I mean, that could be another topic, but yeah, you have to get really personal to get a good anti-cheat. It's not like it's actually really hard. So I can't really blame them.
mean, I guess with the anti-cheat thing, we'll just have to take it as is, and figure it out as it's happening. I mean, we both agree you can't hinder the game and not release it to PC, right? Because of that, though.
Yeah, that's just
unfortunately. I shouldn't say unfortunately, but it's just the reality.
You can't punish normal people.
Yeah.
That can enjoy a free to play game just because Timmy wants to cheat. So.
Little Timmy downloaded hacks.
And now he's not.
Do you think we should be playing PC? I don't want to stay on this topic too much until maybe we get some info. Do you think that Halo competitive should go PC, or do you think we should be on Xbox?
I want to play on PC because PC is just way better. Just easier to stream, easier to like just function, better graphics. Like, it's literally better all around. But the problem is, the cheating thing actually just made me rethink my whole thing. It's like maybe we need to play competitive on Xbox, because, like, dude, what if cheating's like a huge thing and like you don't know I don't know, people could literally be cheating competitive.
Yeah. And like
keyboard and mouse,
what we kind of have an advantage for now, I feel like, is the fact that CDL. So you saw CDL all of their matches for professional play. I mean, I don't think they'll have much of an issue for professional play, obviously, but for their matches for professional play, it's PC with a controller. And then for their Challengers League, it's crossplay. You could play PS4 and you could play PC.
Yeah.
I think that will be a real.
But I don't think you can keyboard though, right?
No, you can't use. So you can't
Yeah,
use mouse and keyboard, which
it's just controller, but multiple consoles. I mean.
if Halo is good and viable for both, I'd like and it goes to PC. I'd like to see both. I don't know if that's just me. What do you think?
I don't know. Like I want to see both, but at the same time, I kind of like what they did with just the controller. But like
maybe like year one.
I don't want to like take away people that can play on mouse and keyboard. So I don't even want to say that. I just like. I don't know. I'm just worried, like with the how people are with the mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
And I'm scared it's gonna like turn some weird like. I don't know. Like it's gonna turn some weird like everyone's say controller is so OP, and then we're gonna have like this problem, and it's gonna be so annoying.
Yeah.
Because people are like, I can't play competitive, and I just don't want that. But
I mean, I think that the first year of CDL, I shouldn't say the first year, but the first year of PC CDL will be interesting, and I guess we kind of have an advantage that we can sit back and watch how the crossplay stuff goes plus PC, because it'll be interesting. There's a lot of money up on the line, even the Challenger stuff. It'll be interesting. It will 100% be interesting to see if people try to cheat and what they're gonna do for it, because if. And I could be wrong in my thinking, but if they can't figure it out, like Activision can't figure it out for their league, like their Challenger stuff, I'm going to have a hard time for saying Halo should be on PC for competitive, even though I want it to be, because I want there to be crossplay and be as many people as possible. But I'm kind of leaning towards the side of like, if this franchise league can't figure it out, I'm not super hopeful that like year one Halo Infinite is going to just have all the answers.
Are you talking about like cheating or just
both? Like, well, specifically the cheating thing is a major concern for PC competition because I mean I don't think it's super relevant on console. Like, have you heard of it being relevant?
Dude, I don't know. I've never seen like even in Halo 5. Like, have you been cheated and like I don't even like modded or like some like I don't know. Maybe someone's cheating out there and we don't know.
No.
Like I don't. I feel like cheating on Xboxes is super hard, but like on PC, I mean, you've seen literally every game has
so
it, so it's like.
So that's what I mean, though. Like,
well, look at Warzone.
Exactly.
Literally the same game they're playing. Like, see how people are buying $10 cheats. Like, dude, it's kind of sketchy.
So that's what I mean. So that's why I'm talking about. I'm not talking about keyboard mouse because I think keyboard mouse is its own debate, and I think it's its own debate, and I think it's just whether or not it works or doesn't work.
It's a presidential debate, bro.
You know what I mean, though? Like, it is. Like, it's just, it depends. Like, when Infinite comes out, it's like, is it viable? Which is too OP? And then I think you just kind of make a ruling based on that, probably.
Hopefully, because I'm just.
The which should Halo be played on for competitive? Like, what should HCS be played on? Xbox or PC? I think that, my opinion for that will probably solely depend on how Call of Duty functions with PC this year.
Yeah,
because they're the
perfect world.
They're the closest thing that we got.
Yeah, that's true. I actually forgot about that. They're playing on PC. They're like the test run.
Yeah.
So you guys test running for us. But I think like in a perfect world, let's say there's no cheaters and everyone's just a saint. Yeah. I think like 100% you'd play on PC. Would you agree?
I don't think you can. I don't think that you could probably. Like how could you not? Like
why? That's what I'm saying. Like why would you play on a machine that's just. Like what? Yeah. Like I don't. Why would you want to play on something that's worse?
I know. I know the new Xbox is going to be better too, but like it's a statistical fact, right? Like the PC will always run better, and also my hope is PCs are usually better, easier to run. Like what I really want to have happen is like be on a server that can, be on a server that can be like controlled. If that makes sense. Like, you know how in CSGO, like they're on a server that can be like paused and reset and like stuff like that.
Dude, that's my dream.
Yeah, same. So I don't see that possible on Xbox. Could be wrong. Not sure. I mean, like that. I mean, that's like a dream. You just said it, right? 100%. You feel the same?
Yeah, like have your own server, pick where the server's located.
Imagine
be able to pause the server.
Dude, imagine pausing
somehow,
a lag out. When someone lags out, instead of doing a stupid replay, pause, get the person back in. I don't know how you function it after that.
I don't know how you do it. Maybe everyone respawns back in your flag. Like I don't know how you do it, but
better than
just even yeah, I don't know, just somehow be able to pause the game, or like, I don't know, just something, bro. Like a reconnect feature. I don't know.
Yeah. I think we'll have to talk about the topic again, like maybe after like an event or two of the CDL stuff, and because I think it will be able to like our brains will be a little bit more wrapped around what's happening. I just feel like it's up in the air right now, and I don't know. And I'd like for them to share it, but I think it's up in the air for sure. Like on the Xbox PC stuff, obviously we both kind of stated we prefer to play on PC, but it depends on cheaters, right, Matt?
Yeah, I don't know. I just say PC, even with cheaters, like PC is just more frames, easier to run. Like I don't know. It's always just gonna be better. PC will forever be. Like at Xbox, you're capped with 120 FPS. You never know.
Yeah.
Somehow get heavy aim. Like
PC,
something like
PC will be better, but like if we're talking like competition wise, would you want to play PC if you know that there's a chance you're going to be like cheated in a qualifier?
that's true. Like we're not in a perfect world. So like, dude, like I don't know.
Like if competition
Like,
taken out of it, you would just play PC.
Yeah,
Full enjoyment.
Like,
you're gonna play PC.
Yeah, like if I was just playing casual Halo, I'd 100% play PC. But now that like you're right, like if somehow like especially with the keyboard, like what if some guy's keyboard cheating? Like I don't know, maybe you can't cheat with controller and no keyboard or something.
Yeah.
Because like you can't like click a button. Because I mean, I don't know.
Well,
That's not
even in
cheating,
like even like H2, like I remember playing H2 and some guy was using mouse and keyboard and he had like a. I'm not the best PC player, so you might know that. I think he had like a micro set on it.
Yeah, it's like a macro.
A
like
macro.
Yeah,
he was double shotting.
Yeah, I feel like that's like OP. I always thought about that. How has no one done that yet?
Well, someone did it, but we just haven't
I-
competed in a
damn right,
game
like-
that a lot like for Halo. Like there's just nothing that's a lot like it hasn't been a factor. Like Reach, like you're allowed
Yeah.
keyboard mouse, and it just wasn't really a thing. You know.
I don't know, for some reason, I feel like something. I'm having this weird feeling that like something with keyboards is gonna be like weird when
Yeah.
Halo comes out. Like keyboards are gonna have like they're gonna be able to like do like macros like you're saying, where like controller people it's gonna be like really strong. I don't know why. I just thought of that. It's kind of random, but now I'm in my head.
Now we got it. Now we got it. Now we got everyone scared. Now we got everyone scared.
Yeah, I can't sleep, bro. Whatever.
Last thing that we'll talk
myself.
about, and we're just gonna kind of jump back to it because we've been scattered around. They all kind of relate. We've been scattered around, but they all kind of relate. The free to play. So we talked about the free to play stuff. We talked about the PC, Xbox versus PC stuff. Microtransactions has been a really big topic, and we'll just kind of like quickly cover it, I guess. Because so, have you seen what people are really mad about microtransactions or no?
The only thing I've seen was the armor.
So you
But,
get it or not really?
Besides the armor, like, I mean, like well, is it just because like you can't choose your color? Like I'm still like confused.
Yeah.
Is it because it's gonna be like set pieces of armor?
Yeah. So
wait, so what's different from that than H5?
So in H5, when you go to like your Spartan appearance, you can pick a primary color. You can pick a secondary color.
Okay,
you can
But what about like the armor itself? Isn't that like the same?
I think the armor is going to be its own separate thing. I think.
Well, I know the color's different, but like, so like just adding the colors is that what making everyone mad?
I think so. You can't
you
can't choose your color. You have to unlock your color. They basically confirmed that there will be free unlocks and stuff like that. I'm not like super mad about it. You know, I get people are really frustrated with the change because it's something Halo has always had.
That's
so
true.
I get it. I'm not one of those people that is gonna particularly mind, and also not only am I not gonna mind, but I hold off on being super judgmental until I play the game. Like when I like play it and I see that like the free unlocks are like terrible, I can then call out and be like, these are awful. Like this is the most like I have to buy everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Because you don't know how it's gonna like right now. Someone saying that like it. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It does like I didn't even like blink an eye, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't bother me. I mean, to other people maybe it does. It's just personally I don't.
So
doesn't
have you
bother me.
heard? Okay, so you heard about the armor? They're called armor coatings, is what they're called.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's gonna be weapon skins. The Monster Energy has tweeted out like.
Yeah. What was that? I saw that leak. Like there's like a.
Yeah. You redeem it, and you.
I'm about to get the laser with the monster, dude.
Have you seen the other stuff for microtransactions that was now
No.
leaked? So
Dude, where am I missing all
I
this,
don't know,
dude?
bro.
Where's the wiki leaks, bro?
I got you, bro. You come to my YouTube channel, or you could just ask me, and I'll tell you every day. Any updates?
This guy makes you go to his YouTube channel. There's no.
I mean, I've been making videos covering this stuff, and you're not watching it. So
well, I just liked all of them. So have fun. Thumbs down, buddy.
I mean, you could ask me because I've been keeping up with it, obviously, because of doing YouTube. But anyway, the other thing, I'm just joking. You don't have to go to my YouTube channel. That's people are gonna think I'm actually serious. There's 2 leaks of what 2 other microtransactions are gonna be: player emblems and an armor emblem. The armor emblem hasn't really been explained. I think it's kind of it kind of like sums itself up.
So I can have your stuff like on the back of your armor. Yeah. Like did they have that in like H3? Did I remember having my little emblem on my shoulder or something?
Well, it was the same as your player emblem though, right?
Yeah.
So now it can be different.
Oh,
like so
you have like a heart
so
and
yeah.
have like a
so
2 on your
imagine in
H5,
like you're on the starting screen, like the custom game lobby, right?
Yeah.
You have like the deuces one, he's got the little
Deuces.
Imagine then like on your armor, I don't know, like you could do like a 2 or like, I mean, maybe you throw you could throw a send logo, I don't know.
Ooh,
like something like that.
Nah, I think that's I like that. That sounds good to me.
It does sound good.
Is that a problem?
So
because I get the armor stuff. I can see why people get mad over like the colors because it's such a basic thing that's like, why are you paying for that? Which I can literally totally agree with that because I mean it's been in Halo. It's like you're making us really pay for a color red or like a
what about player emblems?
Or not paying, but like.
I mean, the snake has been in every Halo.
No, that's true.
And then
I've noticed a trend like towards other games, like emblems have been. It was like in H5, we had to unlock the emblems. So did you not have to pay for emblems sometimes? Because I mean, like you bought rec packs, and the rec packs came with the emblems.
Yeah, I think I think the difference.
You literally had to pay for emblems low key.
I don't know how people felt. I don't know how people felt about rec packs because you could technically unlock everything without paying for it, where now the store, I'm pretty sure they've actually confirmed this, the store won't, like the Halo Infinite store won't be loot boxes, which is technically what a rec pack is. I'm like 90% sure it's confirmed. It's just going to be like Fortnite style ish, where it's like you just buy specifically what you want. So I think the question is kind of coming in of like, I don't know. And like, I think this is where it's a hard thing to kind of talk about because we don't know. It's like, what if, like, are you mad about player emblems being microtransactions if you get every default player emblem from H5 and then the microtransactions just relate to like new stuff that they put in? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way to know.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It just depends how much because
you think it's going. You think it's going too much? I guess is kind of like the question.
Well, like, see, I feel like the problem is like I don't be paying for all that. Like, this is. I feel like you should be able to do a little bit of unlocks and pay because, like, dude, if I'm gonna be paying for all this, like, that's a little. Like you're telling me I have to buy like 50 emblems.
Well,
like, okay, that's not
so that's the thing. There should be free unlocks. It's not. I think it's confirmed. Okay. I think it's confirmed, but like I'm pretty sure Unishek. You know who Unishek is, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Unishek tweeted out that there will be it'll be like challenges. I think
it's gonna be like, dude, they're gonna do like a battle pass. Yeah. Probably like the same thing as every other game. Like there's a formula, and they're gonna do it. They're gonna have like stuff in the store, and there's gonna be like stuff in a battle pass you unlock. But if you want to get like that. Like a legendary thing, you're probably gonna have to like buy it or something, or like a certain emblem, which I can see. So I don't want like everything being paid.
My answer for this has kind of been, I'm okay with microtransactions as long as I have the ability to unlock a lot of stuff and like a lot of cool stuff for free. For example, like Call of Duty Warzone, you could look up their revenue on Call of Duty Warzone. I have not paid for a single battle pass. I have not bought a single weapon skin, right? Mm-hmm. When I play the game, I feel like I'm decked out. Like I got skins on all my guns. Like I'm chilling, right? Like I don't play it enough to buy anything. But then microtransactions allow their revenue to be through the roof. So I am like, okay, I'm cool with microtransactions. Just make sure you got a lot of free stuff for the people that don't want to, don't have the funds. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't make it you need to pay for literally everything to make your Spartan look decent in game.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that they can't go overboard, because I feel like this happened with other games where they're like making you buy so much stuff, and it's like, you just because your game's free to play doesn't mean you can just shove like microtransactions down your throat, because that's where like stuff starts going like bad.
Yeah,
I've seen it with just some other games I don't play. Like,
any you could think of?
EA's done this, where they've like just had games, or it's like a free. I don't know if it's free to play it, but they've had games where you pay like $60, and then you're paying for like just a bunch of stuff, and it's like, hopefully Halo doesn't come up with anything that like goes into like in game, like gives you in game stuff.
No.
That is,
I hope it's only cosmetic.
makes you like. I don't think they will do that, but like.
Well, they did
hopefully they don't do anything.
They did it for Warzone.
Well, did they do that in Warzone?
Yeah, they did it for.
Yeah,
they did it
that's what I
for
thought.
Halo Warzone.
How is that, dude? Even though like I don't even play Warzone, but like that sounds kind of stupid to me, because it's like, dude, if you just spent $100, you now have stuff that people in the other game don't. You're about to just get ran.
Yep.
So I don't know how that even. So I mean, it's just Warzone, but like
I hope it only stays
general.
cosmetic. H5 for me missed when it came to microtransactions, because one, it was loot boxes obviously, and then two, I didn't like that I could just unlock. Okay, so this is gonna sound really weird, because I just went on a rant about how I want there to be free unlocks to stuff, but I didn't like in Halo 5 that I could just unlock everything through playing either. Like, you knew the system, right? In H5, like, do all the bronze packs, then you do a silver, then you do golds, and you'll unlock everything.
Yeah.
So
like
I like microtransactions in that, like, if a really cool skin comes up, I could buy it, and that's cool. But at the same time, I want some free skins for like getting a killing spree and getting on a frenzy and winning a game,
Yeah, I feel like it might just be like Fortnite and other stuff. Like, I feel like there should be skins, but like if you want like that really nice skin, like the seasonal, like let's say they come with like a Christmas pistol skin or something just stupid like that, you're not going to get that from playing.
Yeah, agreed.
So there should be stuff that you get, but I feel like the really good skins that, like maybe take quality skins that I feel like you shouldn't be getting from playing, but you should get stuff from playing. There should always be like a balance. But I feel like if you want those like really good custom made skins that are like, let's like, Christmas skin.
Was Fortnite like that?
Whatever they did.
Like, did you get free skins for playing Fortnite besides the battle pass, or you had to buy the battle pass, right?
Yeah, that's the problem is now you didn't Fortnite you didn't get skins.
Call of Duty Warzone,
you actually had to buy all your skins.
Call of Duty Warzone,
so,
and I know you haven't played a lot, but Call of Duty Warzone might be the best system for microtransactions that I've seen, because you actually can get skins through playing the game and like just leveling up your guns and stuff like that, and then like they'll toss like a player skin in the store that's like dope. Like right now, have you seen like they have this like Halloween special going on?
Oh, no, I haven't looked.
Yeah, so right now they have like this Halloween special going on, and you're running around as like characters from like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and like Saw. You know what I mean? Like, bro, everyone's wearing them. Like, no wonder why the revenue's so high. Or what was the other thing that they've done that like was popping, bro? 4th of July, they did like a 4th of July skin, obviously. Have you seen the purple tracers? Like you shoot purple bullets.
See, no, I
yeah,
haven't seen
it's like just stuff like that like you're clearly not going to get that through playing. But then you also don't need it, because if you just play casually, you don't need to spend. Yeah. I don't think it's expensive, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, no, it's literally what they do. All I have to do is they literally just have to do the battle pass like every other game does. Have skins that are like, they're not bad, but you're not going to get like the cool, like you said, like the Halloween skins or whatever. And then you just come out with like the nice skins, and then you pay for those, and it's like,
easy.
If people don't want to pay the money, they can get like some, not as good skins. Sorry, but you're gonna get like the poopy skins.
Yeah.
But at least you get something, and then or you want to just spend the money because it's a free to play game. This is where the free to play comes in. You're like, I didn't spend anything. You're like, oh, I might as well throw like $30 and get some skins because I didn't pay for the game, and then that's how you make your money.
That's true, 100% true.
Yep, that's how you do it.
Easy. I mean, it sounds easy, but. Most games don't seem to do it right, do they?
No. I feel like you just need to do like the battle pass. It's just every game does it. Like Valorant does the battle pass now, and then you get your money back. I think that's like the biggest thing is when you do a battle pass, you pay $10, and then if you complete the battle pass, you get your money back. That's where they get you. And not even where they get you, it's like they make you play the game.
Yeah.
So it's like either you buy the battle pass, and if you actually don't play, you lose money. But if you actually play, well, hey, you're playing their game and you get your money back. So it's like,
Yeah.
I think that's it's a great thing.
Yeah.
I think that's like actually the best thing that's came from these
So
games.
you want to see, this is going to be actually the last question because we're going on an hour. So we'll wrap this up. You want to see a battle pass in Halo?
Yeah. I think that's
Free to play.
I don't know, it's been good in every game. It's like I think it's the smartest thing.
I think it's safe to say they probably will. I mean, you've seen it obviously in H3 and it's in everything, right? CE,
Apex,
yeah. I mean,
Valorant,
it's in every game now.
Fortnite,
it's in every game.
Every game's stealing it because they know it's it's literally the best thing. I'm sorry, like you pay $10, so it's like always $10. It's the funniest part. $10. And then if you get to like level 100, because it's always 100, you get your money back. So it's like if you don't get to level 100, hey, they just snuck a couple dollars out of you because you didn't get your money's worth. So they literally make you play the game or you lose money technically.
Yeah, I like the battle pass too because they usually give you like challenges.
Yeah, well, it makes you play. You have to get on and
and do stuff that you wouldn't like hop into 4 squad games like on Fortnite. It's like I don't play squads, but okay, like whatever.
Dude, they really trick you because they make you. It's actually funny. Like I think about it, it's like they make you get on when you don't even want to. Like, dude, have you ever played Fortnite? Well, I mean, you've played Fortnite, but like, you ever like not want to play and then you get on and you're like, I have to do my challenges, so they make you get on. Like they actually, these companies are. I've caught on to you guys. They're in our heads, dude. They make you get on when you don't even want to play, just so you can do your challenges.
Matt's figuring it out.
I really it just kind of hit me now that I talk about it. I'm like, wow, we've all been brainwashed.
Took us talking for an hour, but you finally pieced it together of what
wait, can I talk? Wait, some random comment. I saw this on Reddit the other day. You know, speaking of micro, because it's about microtransactions. Like, you know, companies purpose. Like, I mean, I've kind of noticed this, but like some guy just like kind of confirmed. It just kind of clicked in my head. You know, like when companies purposely make you buy more credits than you actually need. Like they do that on purpose, right? Like obviously, like,
it's like a math. It's like a math equation.
Yeah, some guy was like, I work at a company. He's like, that is intentional. Like we purposely make you buy more credits, so you'll always have credits. So you have to buy an unequal amount. So you always have to, like, they're never gonna. A skin's $10. Yep. Valorant does it. They go, oh, sorry, you're gonna have to buy like $12 worth. So now you have an uneven amount, and you're always gonna have to spend to get more.
I'm guilty.
So you're literally getting screwed.
I am. I'll admit it. I'm sure everyone in the comments would say the same. I'm sure you are. I am 100% guilty of. I've needed a skin, and I have spent $10 because I needed like 100 credits, or like it's probably not $10, but you go what I mean.
Yeah, and they get you good, and they absolutely get you good because there's always an unequal amount, I just saw that and I was like, it makes you not want to buy a skin. So I can motivate buying a skin as soon as I get on. So
I was gonna say you're spending as much as you can on Infinite. Let's be real.
Oh, 100%. I love dude.
Be like
Halo,
Ninja.
I'll drop like
Ninja had every single Fortnite skin.
Yeah, well,
I wonder if he still does.
He's also poor, so
okay.
He probably can't afford those skins.
Dude, shut up.
One dono. Hey, Ninja. And here you go. There goes that skin.
I think it's pretty cool though. I wonder how much you could like sell an account like that for now though. Like
I don't know. My account got hacked. That's how I'm that much of a threat with my skins. I got hacked. So
you had the Skull Trooper, didn't you?
Yep.
There it is.
They come after me. Homie's literally adding his friends on my account. Like,
did you get it back?
Yeah, I messaged his friends.
So. Saying what? Saying what?
I removed them and I was shaking in my chair. Like I was actually scared.
Hoping none of them.
I thought this guy had everything.
Yeah. Hoping none of them would hack you again.
Nah, he's like 12 years old. It's okay.
You let a 12-year-old get your account?
I don't know. He's playing on PlayStation. Like his friends literally had like XX Sniper Wolf 22 or something. I just didn't think I don't know how you can get hacked. It's crazy. Because I just had Skull Trooper, but when you're an OG like me, it's nothing you can do.
It's true. It's true. All right, bro. That wraps up episode 2. Any closing comments, Dad? Covered some good topics today.
Well, no, I think everything was left on the mic.
Left on the mic.
Probably not actually. There's probably a lot. I could really talk for hours, but
we still got to talk about a BR. A battle royale in Halo, but that I think we save that for the next one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Just if you guys want any topics, like always, please let us know. I'll talk about anything controversial. I like the microtransaction. That was a good one though. I didn't know it was such a big I didn't know it was a big
This
deal.
is good. You just make sure you don't keep up with anything, and then we'll keep doing this, and I'll fill you in and get your live reaction.
Actually, it's good, dude. I don't know where you find these leaks, but
I don't know. I'm up to date, bro. All right. Thank you very much for watching. As always, leave a comment down below. Let us know if you have anything you want us to cover. Matt, thanks for jumping on as always, bro. And
no problem.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.